Na'vi, and this stock went from $6 all the way to 18. And now it's back down around 12. So the question is, have you already entered? Should you? And what's really going on here? In this video, I'm going to answer all of that. And I'll also tell you a very specific date that I think is critical for Na'vi. That's the day you'll want to own this stock before. Because right now at 12 bucks, it's a much better buy than it was at 16. All right, let's break it down. Na'vi is a company that solves real-world problems, and that's exactly what we look for. Solutions. Their clients include AMD, TSMC, Meta, Microsoft, and of course the big one, Nvidia. Inside Nvidia's Maxwell and H100 chips, Na'vi helps solve massive issues with heat, efficiency, and cooling. They're doing it using high-voltage 800V DC systems, silicon carbide, SiC, and gallium nitride, GaN, some of the most efficient materials on the planet. But Na'vi isn't just about servers and data centers. They're also in EV chargers, phone and laptop chargers, batteries, and soon they'll expand into EV charging stations too. Basically, they're positioning themselves across every industry that runs on electricity, which is pretty much everything. Think about it. AI, data centers, EVs, autonomous robots, computers, phones, tablets, all of it needs power efficiency and cooling. And Na'vi is right at the heart of that, so yeah, this could be a massive opportunity. They're aiming to power the entire electronic ecosystem with better energy efficiency, less heat, and smarter charging. Of course, nothing's guaranteed. Every investment carries risk. Now let's get deeper into what they're actually doing. Na'vi Semiconductor is focused on AI data centers and energy infrastructure as its next big growth areas. In their Q2 2025 earnings call, management said AI power demand could grow from 7 gigawatts in 2023 to more than 70 gigawatts by 2030. That's a tenfold increase, a massive opportunity. They also announced a collaboration with Nvidia to build 800-volt AI data centers. That system has 3 stages: converting grid power to 800V, 2 converting 800V down to 48V, 3 then bringing 48V down to 12V or less for processors. Every step of that process uses GaN and SiC chips, which means Na'vi's tech is essential. They estimate this market could be worth $2.6 billion per year by 2030, and they're already preparing final product samples for clients later this year. Now, not everything's perfect. They're seeing short-term challenges in China, tariffs, weaker EV and industrial demand, and they've decided to pull back from low-margin mobile business there. So yeah, a few soft quarters are expected before new AI and infrastructure projects kick in. But that doesn't change the big picture. They're still deep in the electronics, charging, and AI ecosystem, just adjusting strategy short-term. If you're a long-term investor who understands dollar-cost averaging, this is actually a buying opportunity. Good company plus time plus consistency, sharp profits. And here's something else. Na'vi was recently upgraded from $4 to $12 per share by analysts. That's a huge jump in target, and it tells you institutions are paying attention. Now, let's talk charts. Based on my analysis using quad stochastic RSI and Fibonacci levels, I've got support around 1260. My average volume price, AVP, sits between $10.20 and $12.91, and we're right near the top of that range. So anywhere between $10.50 and $13 looks like a golden buy zone. Still, don't go all in. No single stock should be more than 10% of your portfolio. Risk management is everything. Looking 6 to 12 months out, I think Na'vi's got room to run. If you're buying around 12 bucks, that's a solid entry point. Now, the important dates. The first key date is November 3rd, right before earnings. You'll want to own this stock before that. Leading into earnings, the price might chop around or even dip slightly. But if they beat expectations, we could see it jump to $13.50, $14 or higher. If they miss, maybe it slides to $10.50 or $11, but that's still a solid support area. I personally think it may dip into the $11.50 range before earnings. And if it does, that's an even better buy. The second date to watch is February next year, around the new year. As the global outlook improves, tariffs ease, and Bitcoin and markets stabilize, Na'vi could really start moving. So here's the plan. Buy a bit now. Add more if it dips. Add again if it breaks out. That's how you average your cost down and stay in control. Because remember, The best investors don't time the market, they stay in the market. And I'll leave you with this. What you put off for tomorrow, someone else already did yesterday. Act now. Take initiative. All right, guys, that's it for today's breakdown on Na'vi Semiconductor. If you found this helpful, hit that like button, drop a comment, and don't forget to subscribe for more real market talk every week. See you in the next one.